I want to take just a couple of minutes to talk a little bit about some of the changes YouTube has made recently since the first video tutorial I produced where I talk about the director settings. Now, I talked about one of the advantages was, of course, having an icon here with a bit of text that you could click on that would take you right over to your website. Well, I'm showing you a profile here on one of my test accounts right now that, of course, the icon is no longer visible now, and the link is only, it's the same as your user ID. Okay, so if you click on that, it takes you over to the channel. Now, this is still a good thing because after it takes you over to the channel, right above the fold in this area, you do see the icon, and of course there is the link. The text with link you can click on. So you still want to go ahead and do that, but sometimes it's just, it's paying attention to the details. It's the small things sometimes that can really make a difference. Now, I want to go ahead and log into my account and show you something here. Okay, now that I'm logged in, I want to go over here and call your attention over to the Edit Your Video area. When you're setting up your description, I also told you that if you did HTTP and then yourdomainname.com, okay, here, that would show up as a clickable link in your video. And it does. If you put it before the text, obviously you're going to have the clickable link here. If you put it after the text, people would actually have to click on more options here, view more of your text, so they could view your link. Now let me show you something real cool. I totally overlooked the obvious here myself. And this just goes to show you, play around with this a little bit. Look at this. If we go over into Edit Video, and we take this, and we take that text, and we drop the description down about 4 or 5 lines, look at what happens. It's simple, but it works. You've got an entire area right up here with your domain name that people can click on and go to. Your text, your description is going to come down here. Now again, it's going to depend on what you're trying to do. I also want to let you know that when you're not logged into your account, if you just view this as a normal viewer would, these words are not going to appear here. They're going to be gone. So basically what you're going to see is the director provided by and your domain name right up here with a nice amount of white space. So let's take this one step further. And what about if you put some characters underneath this to even draw more attention to your domain name? Like that. But what I like is to have enough white space here so that your domain name is just really showing up by itself. So what I would be inclined to do is to go ahead and space down about 4 or 5 lines, and then I would do something like this. Go ahead and put your domain there. And put some fancy characters there. You could even do something like add an exclamation. You could put your keyword, whatever you think of. But I just want to show you that sometimes getting creative and then just seeing what works can pay off. And again, it's sometimes the simple, just the little tweaks and adjustments that you make could possibly make a big difference. Let's go ahead and look at this and see what it looks like now. So you call your attention to your domain name here, you would have some text here. So I think this is a great way to go. It's certainly easy to set up, and it works. It works for now, that is. So, just think about all the websites or all the videos that are on view here that have no links anywhere. You don't have to be great necessarily at producing videos to get views. Now this director is showing up. Okay, there are some directors that you're going to see that show up. I'm inclined to believe it is the bigger director accounts, maybe those who are paying for sponsorship, the ones who are getting the most views. That's kind of what my gut is telling me at this point. So hopefully you'll get your videos up to where, you'll be in that category as well, like Lonely Girl. But you'll notice even her provided by link only goes to her channel. So the lesson in this tutorial is simply pay attention to the detail and don't be afraid to try some things in your profiles and when you're setting up your YouTube videos.